Hola, Senor Jordan here. In this lesson, we're going to talk about some verbs that change a little differently in the present perfect tense. The present perfect is a tense used to talk about things that have or haven't happened. Some examples are
He podido. Hemos tenido. Has comido.
to form the present perfect will have two parts. First, the verb,
Haber.
changed into different forms to say who or what has performed the action. Then the second part is called a past participle. This is what was done. For ER and IR verbs, it is formed by taking the verb, removing the ER or IR, and adding IDO. However, some verbs will change a little differently and have an accent mark over the I in the IDO ending to separate the I sound from the previous vowel. One verb that does this is,
Creer.
let's change it to say different people have believed.
He creído. Has creído. Ha creído. Hemos creído. Habéis creído. Han creído.
Notice,
Creído.
will always be.
Creído.
What changes is the form of
Haber.
to say who has believed. Also notice there's an accent mark on the I of the IDO ending. This is to separate the E and the I sounds. Now let's change the verb
Leer.
to say different people have read.
He leído. Has leído. Ha leído. Hemos leído. Habéis leído. Han leído.
Notice,
Leído.
will always be.
Leído.
What changes is the form of
Haber.
to say who has read. Also notice there's an accent mark on the I of the IDO ending. This is to separate the E and the I sounds. Now let's change the verb
Caerse.
to say different people have fallen down. Notice this one is reflexive or has the
Se.
on the end.
Me he caído. Te has caído. Se ha caído. Nos hemos caído. Os habéis caído. Se han caído.
Notice
Caído.
will always be.
Caído.
What changes is the form of
Haber.
to say who has fallen down and the reflexive pronouns or,
Me. Te. Se. Nos. Os.
and they will go before the changed form of.
Haber.
These won't be able to be attached to the end of the phrase like we can do with the ing form in the progressive tenses. They will have to go at the beginning of the verb phrase, and we'll also see the accent mark over the I of the IDO ending. This is to separate the A and the I sounds. So, once again, this is how ER and IR verbs will end in the present perfect to say different people have done something. However, some verbs will change a little differently and have an accent mark over the I in the IDO ending to separate the I sound from the previous vowel. Note that this accent mark is not added to verbs that end in UIR, such as the following. Now, here are some verbs that will have the accent over the I on the IDO ending.
Caer. Caído. Caerse. Caído. Creer. Creído. Leer. Leído. Oír. Oído. Traer. Traído.
And here are those verbs in full sentences in the present perfect tense.
Juan no ha oído esa canción. Me he caído varias veces recientemente. No has leído las instrucciones, ¿verdad? ¿Ustedes alguna vez se han caído de la bicicleta? Hemos creído en ti desde el principio. ¿A quién le has traído flores? Hemos leído esa novela en clase. Nunca he creído en fantasmas. ¿El vaso se te ha caído? ¿Todavía no han traído el postre?
I hope you liked this video. If it was helpful, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with others who could benefit. Also, as an extra challenge, try to write a sentence in the comments section in the present perfect tense with a verb from this video. Thanks for watching. Gracias.